Well, breaking news this morning, a preliminary investigation found evidence that the Spokane Regional Health District Administrator Amelia Clark may have violated state law when firing Spokane's former top health official. Good morning and thank you for watching Up with Krem. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Dana Marie McNichol. Now, Krem 2 did obtain the 52-page report late last night. The findings are the latest development in a months-long saga that began last October when Administrator Amelia Clark announced she was firing Spokane County Health Officer Dr. Bob Lutz.
Brandon T. Jones is live outside of the Health District building right now with the details. He's breaking down that report. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning. Last night we got a 52-page report detailing this preliminary investigation. Back in November of last year, the Washington State Board of Health voted unanimously to conduct this investigation into Amelia Clark. So here's what they found. The report shows Clark may have violated state law when she fired Lutz in 2020. The investigation was conducted by law firm Ogden Murphy Wallace, and investigators reviewed public statements, press releases, emails, texts, and interviewed several key people. The report concludes by saying, these facts support a preliminary finding that Ms. Clark removed Dr. Lutz as the local health officer. Further, since Dr. Lutz was not given notice and an opportunity to be heard before the SRHD board prior to his removal, it also cited a state law which requires notice and a hearing before a health officer is removed. The report says Ms. Clark either refused or neglected to obey or enforce the law. The report is not a final decision, so the board gets to decide what happens next. And for more information on that, I'll turn it back to you all in the studio.
Brandon, thanks so much. So what happens next is actually up to the State Board of Health, which Lutz actually sits on. However, he was not a part of the board's discussions or votes about this matter. So
we're going to take a look at some possible outcomes here. Now, first, the State Board of Health could decide that Amelia Clark did not violate the law and close the matter. They could also ask for more information before making a decision.
Another option, the board could call a hearing to decide whether Clark did in fact violate the law, and then they would decide if she would be removed from her job. The board has the option to take up another resolution. So how did we actually get here? The investigation into the firing of Dr. Bob Lutz actually began last year.
Last October, Spokane Regional Health District Administrator Amelia Clark reportedly met with Dr. Lutz and asked him to resign, citing, quote, performance issues. One day later, the health district says the health board gave Clark approval to fire Lutz. Later, they clarified that the health board hadn't voted on any decision related to his employment.
In November, the SRHD formally decided in an 8-4 vote to fire Lutz. Clark's reasons for requesting Dr. Lutz's termination included that he inappropriately used a Spokane Regional Health District letterhead. She also claimed Lutz abused his authority as health officer. Now, she said there are also several bullying and retaliation complaints against him.
I had hoped that Dr. Lutz and I could work together as a team. However, his ongoing patterns of behavior have not changed despite multiple discussions.
Dr. Lutz's lawyer said the complaints against him are trivial, especially during this pandemic. Lutz denied making any sexist comments and that Clark's accusations of harassment are misrepresented.
As I provided to HR, I touched her on her arm. There was never any claim made that to me that I again massaged her neck or placed my knee behind hers.
After the meeting, several board members expressed concern over the decision. A few days after the firing of Lutz, the State Board of Health decides to investigate multiple complaints made by citizens against Clark.
And that brings us to now. The preliminary investigation has been released. To see the findings in full, all 52 pages can be found on krem.com right now. You can also text the word report to 509-448-2000 and we'll send it right to your phone.